stretch those legs one final time before we settle in for tonight's $2,000 to win AMRA late model feature event. As the field goes by, throw them a big wave, give them a thumbs up, let them know that you appreciate them and the hard work and time that they put in to their race teams. We're just about set to go racing at Southern Ohio Speedway.
48, bunch it up.
Bob did a really good job on that thing.
JJ down to 1 and 2, you can move back up to the front.
25 laps, $2,000 to win, 1 to go from the flag stand as Randy Campbell holds that white flag straight up in the air, letting the field know that the next time they come off of turn number 4, it will be hammer down. Conley and Breeding again make up row number 1. It's Wagner and Staker in row number 2. Lewis and Frazier in the 3rd row. Brookover and Prosser in row number 4. In row 5 is Larry Martin Jr. and Derek Fisher. Moore and Catine round out the field, the 2 West Union racers. Want to lose the 38 of Fisher before we get started. He's not going to be able to go, so we will race with the 11 that you see before you. Off of turn number 4, green is out and we are underway. Conley's going to get the jump down the front straightaway. He'll lead the field down into turn number 1. Side by side for second. Wagner in trouble in turn number 2. He'll go around in front of the entire field, but somehow, some way, everybody is able to get by. Caution is out. We'll have a complete double file restart coming your way when this race is resumed. Another really good start for RJ Conley. Let's watch the field as they motor their ways through turns 1 and 2. Breeding in second. Wagner gets through clean. Conley, Breeding, and Wagner ride 1, 2, and 3. Robbie Lewis and Billy Staker in a nice battle for 4th. Robbie Lewis will have that spot at the stripe, but Billy Staker battling back on the outside, not giving up. Now Mark Frazier looks to the inside of Billy Staker. Frazier from Chillicothe trying to climb his way into the top 5. Billy Staker thought about making it 3 wide there for a moment in turn number 3 and then thought better of it. Backs out, Frazier goes by to move into 5th. RJ Conley has led both laps so far. Breeding gives chase about 5 car lengths behind. Then you go back to 3rd. Field getting strung out a little bit, but if things continue as they are, RJ Conley will quickly be encountering the 81 car of Paul Moore, who is already in jeopardy of falling 1 lap behind. Conley coming up on Moore. Will he try it low or high? He'll probably catch him somewhere in the middle of turns 3 and 4. Conley's going to the top side, and he will put Moore 1 lap down. Now Breeding will have to work the 81 car of Moore. Conley with lap cars right in front of him. Darren Catine of West Union in the 65 machine. Now the last car on the lead lap. Conley's going to look low through 3 and 4, and he'll make the pass off of turn number 4. Now Prosser in that steel block crate engine car, number 77. The last car on the lead lap. Conley has gotten by all the slower cars he has been faced with. So has Stephen Breeding. No lap traffic in between the leaders, but quite a bit of distance on the racetrack. About 12 car lengths. Conley now to the inside of Prosser. 9 laps down. 16 more to go in tonight's $2,000 to win 25 lap A main. Conley leads the field to the starting stripe. Green is out and this one's back underway. Here's Wagner sneaking a peek to the inside of Breeding, but Breeding slams the door shut off turn number 4. Robbie Lewis goes way high off of turn number 4. Boy, he was flirting with the wall on that one. Thankfully, he keeps it out of the fence and continues on. Robbie Lewis rides in 5th. Up front, it's still Conley and Breeding riding 1 and 2. Kevin Wagner with a great view of that race up front. Breeding trying to hang with Conley, and it looks like he's doing a little bit better job now than he was early on in the race. Conley still the man to beat, though. That was rather evident during time trials. Good action for 5th. Brookover in the 12B looked underneath Lewis in the 48 car, but Lewis holds the spot for now. That race might not be done just yet. Coming up on the halfway mark, our race leaders had to encounter a lot of lap traffic early on in this contest. They might not have to deal with much of that from here on out. Stephen Breeding not giving up just yet. Look at Breeding. He narrows the gap considerably. Paul Moore in the 81 car about to go a second lap down as Conley goes by on the inside. Breeding has a head of steam. He'll go by as well. Meanwhile, the 81 car will retire to the pits. Paul Moore's night is done. The race up front is by no means done, though, as Breeding has whittled R.J. Conley's lead down to about 6 car lengths. Mark Frazier trying to catch up with Kevin Wagner as they race for fourth. But right now, most eyes are focused up front. R.J. Conley, tonight's quick qualifier, has led from the get-go. He was the pole sitter. He has been the grand marshal of this parade every single circuit thus far. But Stephen Breeding is going to make him earn it, I believe. Looks like Breeding has gained another car length. Joel Prosser in the 77 machine already 1 lap down. The top 2 are going to have to deal with him and Brookover perhaps before this race comes to a close, barring a caution. So here come the leaders. They have caught up with the tail end of the field. R.J. Conley, will he go low? Will he go high? What move will he make? Conley's going to take it high into turn number 1. That's an area of the track where he has not explored too much. He's got lap cars right in front of him, and he'll split them going down the back straightaway into turn number 3. What a bold move by R.J. Conley. Breeding has gained ground. Now he'll have to come up with something as well. He splits him on the front straightaway. So it's still not over with up front. Conley continues to lead, but Stephen Breeding is still right there, very much within striking distance. It's not over with up front yet. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Larry Martin Jr. in the black number 12. Now the last car on the lead lap. R.J. Conley has pulled to within about 4 car lengths of him. Stephen Breeding has pulled to within about 5 car lengths of R.J. Conley. Conley to the inside of Martin. And whoa, Martin trying to hold on to the lead lap. I think Conley had to crack the throttle a little bit there coming off of turn number 2, and Breeding is catching up. 2 laps to go. Can R.J. Conley hold on? 2 more to go. Conley now to the inside of Martin. He will get past Martin, and now it will be settled between the top 2. No lap cars to deal with. White flag coming out this time by. Conley takes the 71C into turn number 1. Stephen Breeding barreling right behind him. Down the back straightaway for the final time. Breeding has certainly kept it interesting. But lap number 25, just as the first 24, will be led by R.J. Conley, who takes the win. Breeding will have to settle for second. Third place is going to go to the 33 of Kevin Wagner. Being credited with 4th is Mark Frazier. In rounding out the top 5, the last car on the lead lap is Robbie Lewis in the 48 machine. Great race up front.